Hi everybody. I want to thank my new subscribers. You are appreciated. My old subscribers are always appreciated. Peace and love. Now let's get started. So I'm going to have to make a separate video on the Morgellons update. Basically I think I've cured it, at least on my own self. It's almost completely gone now, and what little bit comes back is very easy to deal with. So that's where I'm at. I'll make another video on that. I also have so many different videos I need to make that it boggles my mind, because I'm constantly finding new artifacts, I'm constantly finding new evidence, and I'm constantly drawing fresh conclusions. So let's get started on that. My latest conclusions had to do with questions of this Bigfoot creature, multiple creatures, whatever. Where did it come from? Where did it originate from? And the answer that I am getting that most fits the group of questions is that these creatures, at least some of them, came from another planet. Some people say Mars, because the Mars atmosphere disintegrated and they came here originally to mine gold as an attempt to preserve the atmosphere around Mars. This is one of the ongoing theories. What I can show fairly conclusively, at least to myself, you can decide yourself what you think, is that they did originate from another planet. And I'll show you the evidence of that right now, along with some other really exciting evidence that I have. So let's get started. First piece is a bone, large bone. As you can see, looks like a Bigfoot type of creature, hunched forward, typical gorilla type position. But then Native Americans said that there was good ones and bad ones. I guess kind of like people, right? So if you look at how the face will change when you turn it this way, and now you have something else. Maybe not so friendly of a face. See? So keep in mind that Native Americans said that they could change shape and at will. They could turn into wolves, other things. So that is pretty interesting. Now look what else we have carved into this thing here. Again, this is a giant piece of bone that's petrified. Now let's take a look at something else. Let's take a look at this. Clearly it is identifiable as a gorilla type face and with a bone neck. What's interesting about this piece is that the top is definitely going to be petrified bone, but what exactly is this rest of it made out of before it turned to stone? I can only assume that it's some type of biological, muscle tissue or something, because this would be the bone. So the rest of it would be some type of muscle tissue, and they literally could carve or shape anything. Now I believe that they can shape stones simply by holding them in their hand. Now if we take a look at this, oh, it sort of has, it has a few things going on with it. One is it looks like possibly like a Native American face with a long headdress. Also resembles Egyptian. You know, the way it's set up, it looks kind of like the Sphinx. What's interesting is most people would say, see this edge here is very sharp and it's got very tight serrated edge like a knife. And because it's flat, it would have been a knife for, you know, cutting close to the bone, and you hold it in your fingers like this. See. Now, most experts on Native American stuff will probably say that, you know, it doesn't have any wear marks on it, so it's probably not a tool, but we'll see. These things were made, my estimate is that a Bigfoot type creature would just put this between their fingers and just basically fold it over. Just like that, just boom. Just fold it, and then it just takes the shape of whatever they want. Just like this one here, if you look at it, it looks like it's just been squished. Like somebody just squished it. And there's like a spot for your thumb right here, forefinger on the back, put two fingers together and you just squished it. Just like a piece of soft clay. So what I'm saying is that they have the ability to form stones just by holding them in their hand. And that seems to be the case. So also, let's look at another item here. Take a look at this. This is really interesting. Okay, you can see how it looks like your Bigfoot guy with a big hand, and he's, you know, sitting there, whatever. Okay, so there's the Bigfoot. It also, most Native American experts would say this is part of an adlatl, which would be hooked to a stick and used for digging. And that's probably also true. However, not necessarily convinced that they would have made this tool, or it was just something they found and adapted to their own usage. But here's the interesting part. Not only is this an adlatl, which is a Native American tool, and an image of Bigfoot with his hand up, but take a look at this. There's what seems to be maybe a pilot, and it looks like an airplane. Just like that. There's the wing on the side. See that? Yeah. That is just like an airplane. It even has a pilot in there. In the window. Forward. You know, there's the pilot. And there we have an airplane. So you see, not everything is as it seems to be. Now, I'm going to show you something that, to me, proves that they came from another planet, probably Mars. It's connected to Egyptian stuff, including the Egyptian obelisk. And I'm going to show you that right now. This is one of the coolest things that I think I've discovered. It's not made of rock. It's actually made of wood. And it came about as the result, oh, excuse me, came about as the result of me communicating with these things. So let's take a look. Look carefully on here and you will see see it? Then go a little higher. What's that? Let's go over here. Oh, look at that. Now I can literally make a whole video on this item. I have before and I probably need to again, but in context with the entire group of discoveries that I have made. Now, so that's just a brief overview of what that is, but there's one more thing that I'm going to show you real quick before I end this video. And that is a tooth that I discovered that belongs to probably an ancient primate that possibly is unknown. Let's take a look. See that? It actually has a face carved in it. And this is what I believe is essentially probably that, my friends, could be the first tooth ever discovered that belonged to Bigfoot. Or it could be a tooth belonged to another form of primate, but it looks like it has blood in the roots, so the DNA will be tested in the near future. So that is going to be exciting. I'll give you the results when we figure that out. It might be down the road a little ways because this is a low budget operation, but things are improving slowly, so bear with me as I just show you more exciting discoveries as they come up. So stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell your friends. This channel is going to blow up with your help. With your help. So thank you. God bless you all. And peace, love, prosperity. Good day.